Well, there are very few bigger names in the hobby than PECO, and I'm joined by PECO's head of sales, Steve Haynes, who's got a remarkable development, not just selling and doing business in the UK, you're going to Ukraine.
Yes, yeah, we already export our products to 34 countries around the world. It's an important part of our business. And back in 2020, we made contact with a new business in Kiev in Ukraine. This was just prior to the pandemic. And they introduced themselves as a new venture, building a model railway exhibit in the city. And so we made a good initial contact. And then the pandemic occurred and other events in Ukraine occurred, so everything went quiet naturally. And then last year they made contact with us again to say that they had been quietly working on this project despite all the difficulties they were facing, and that they were ready to progress things with us.
Which is quite a remarkable thing, really, given obviously there's a war going on.
Bizarrely, you wouldn't expect it.
And you go to European cities and you sometimes see, as part of what the city has to offer, these massive set-piece layouts, and that's presumably what's happening in Kiev.
Yes, I mean, obviously we've not been there, but the photographs and the videos we've seen show quite a substantial display that they've made. Already they've used a lot of PECO track on this, which they've been able to acquire through sources. I don't know how they've managed to acquire it, because obviously conditions there are very challenging.
So what have you been selling them? Can I ask you that?
Well, they've built...
What's it worth?
Well, I mean, so far, we haven't supplied them with the first order. We're about to supply the first order to them. But they have been using PECO track already, bought from other suppliers across Europe. I suppose they've been able to acquire this, but they want to expand, and they're now looking to open a shop selling products. And they've chosen PECO as one of their main suppliers for the shop. And yes, we've been going through quite a process with them to export our order to them. As you can imagine, with current conditions, exporting to Ukraine is not straightforward. And but we're just about ready to make that final step and go over the last hurdle to supply their first order.
And with a view to expanding that business.
Well, we hope this is the beginning of something. I mean, let's be realistic. The market is probably very small in Ukraine for model railway products, but there's no reason why over time it shouldn't increase for us. And we already have a wide presence in the market in Europe. I mean, like I said, we export to 34 countries. Europe as a whole, as a trading bloc, is our biggest export market. And we've always wanted to expand further east. And you know, there are still opportunities for us in those markets.
Steve Haynes, very best of luck.
Thank
you very much indeed for joining us, and
Thanks a lot.
I hope this leads to bigger and better things.
I'm sure. Thank you.